I love it.
Studio audience, thank you so much for being with us.
Happy Monday! Time for a midday fix of facts and spicy
From
sauce.
breaking headlines to backroom whispers.
Awesome, hot and fresh. Happy Monday, everyone. I'm Monique Tuzon-Basi.
I'm Ferdi Salvador. Glad to have you with us.
I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is a Daily Dish.
And I'm Chal Lontoc. Join us in the next hour and a half where the news meets the stories that matter to you.
Happy Super Bowl Monday,
Happy
everyone.
Super Bowl
We were
Monday.
all
Brr.
Latinos and Latinas over.
I loved it. Well, congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks. They won the Super Bowl.
Congrats.
But bigger
stealing the
congratulations
show.
to Bad Bunny,
Bad
Benito.
Bunny.
Big thing happening, you know, representation. First time ever to have a singer be at the Super Bowl singing
All in
non-English
Spanish.
things.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the visuals were amazing. The message with the song, and there were celebrities that also came
And
out.
surprise guests.
Yeah.
But you know what? Not a lot of people were talking. I mean, the halftime show was amazing. But the Seahawks actually paid tribute to a few Filipino veterans.
Ooh, you want to name some of them?
Obviously, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought
This
you were
I
gonna-
didn't
I
know.
thought you were gonna
Yeah.
say
I
I didn't know.
focused on
Yeah.
Bad Bunny. I did not see this.
Same.
I sent it over to our our
Group.
chat, and there's also a Filipino athlete who was part of the Super Bowl.
Who is
Football
he?
player. I will get you the name later.
Wonderful
hope
Yes.
representation again.
Yeah, we will have
You see-
updated the sports.
Yes,
news,
I dig deep, but I don't know the names.
Anyway, the theme of Bad Bunny show was unity.
Yeah.
And Lady Gaga was there, Ricky Martin was
Cardi
there.
B.
Cardi B.
Jessica Alba, Pedro Pascal. There was a girl named Alex who was there. Everyone was there.
Representation for
And
the
it was
Latino
beautiful.
world.
And at the end, I loved how he called on all the Latin American countries.
Did somebody get
and
married?
it was beautiful.
Yes,
was a
yes,
real
you
wedding.
picked-
And there was
There's
a real wedding.
real wedding happened. People thought it was part of the show, but later on we found out that this couple actually did get married during the halftime
And you
show.
know why?
How
Because
lucky.
so the couple actually invited Bad Bunny to their wedding to perform.
Right.
And in turn, Bad Bunny's like, sorry, I can't make it, but come to the Super Bowl halftime show we're
You can
performing
get-
and get married there. How cool!
That is the
should
coolest.
Should I message Benito for my big wedding?
Why
Let's
not?
invite him to get invited to.
Yeah, for real. Amazing.
But you know what?
Anyway,
No matter how hot it is in San Francisco, everyone was there. Did you see the airport? And San Jose and San Francisco, if you guys don't know, San Jose and San Francisco airports
I
are
was
very
born
close to
in
each
San
other.
Jose.
You're Sanjo?
Fun fact, I was born in San Jose, yep.
The airports were jam-packed with private planes. So,
Oh,
but
for this
anyway,
one, yeah.
it
That's
was
how you
re-
know the who's who are there.
Everyone was
Yeah.
there. But you know what, folks? It may be hot in the Bay Area, but
It's cold somewhere else.
It's super
New
cold.
Extreme
there.
cold.
New York is getting hit by a brutal wind chill. It's now colder there than Antarctica.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, the temperatures there are actually, it's now 3 degrees. But because of the brutal chill, the real field temperature, I heard, is 14 degrees below zero.
Yeah, in some parts of Antarctica.
Yeah.
In some parts.
And that's crazy. Like,
Negative
imagine most
14.
New Yorkers, they commute and they really walk. So
Right.
they have to really wrap up
yes,
and brave
absolutely.
the cold.
And the governor went on video to warn her constituents to be safe and
This is the worst winter chill that they've ever gotten over 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's not just there, it's some parts of the East Coast and Canada.
well.
yeah, so
Yes,
but
as
I
well.
hope, I mean, it's super cold, but I hope that during the summer it's not gonna be a heat wave naman. So my God, please be careful,
That's
New York.
the fear. Even for us here in the
Global
Philippines.
We are
Yeah.
all
feeling the cool
bracing
air.
for the heat because
Yes.
it's cooler now
Actually,
here.
I prefer the cold than the heat. What about you guys? Because at least when you're cold, you can layer up. When you're hot, there's only so many clothes you
As
can
long
take
as I'm
off.
at home sleeping, then the cold is perfect.
Actually, I like fall because it's not too
Everyone
cold.
loves
you,
fall.
You
But
can
if you
layer.
have to, if you have to pick though, hot
had
or
to pick.
cold?
I like multiple choice. just go to Melbourne because it's 4 seasons in one day. So I'm heading into Melbourne.
Anyway, we have a packed show today. Who
Yeah.
do we have, Chal?
We have our guests from Nomad
we're
Caviar,
gonna eat
Jason
caviar
Cohen
today.
and Carol Asuncion. So we'll be learning about the do's and don'ts and more about caviar.
And of course, we've got former actress, now jewelry designer, Jenny Syquia, as we talk to her about, well, things aside from her marriage.
That's going to be juicy. Stay tuned for those conversations. But first, the headlines. today's top stories, the House Committee on Justice approves the report junking the 2 impeachment complaints filed against President Bongbong Marcos. Still at the House of Representatives, a 3rd impeachment complaint is expected to be filed today against Vice President Sara Duterte. Later in the show, we'll give you the highlights in this year's Super Bowl. And we'll also speak with Nomad Caviar's Jason Cohen and Carol Asuncion, plus former actress turned jewelry designer Jenny Syquia. Our top story, the House panel handling the 2 impeachment complaints filed against President Marcos approves the report dismissing the charges. Mavic Trinidad joins us on the phone from the Batasang Pambansa. Hi Mavic, what's the latest?
The House Committee on Justice has approved at the committee level the report and resolution declaring the 2 impeachment complaints against President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. dismissed with a vote of 39 in favor and 4 against the committee report. The complaints were confirmed dismissed due to lack of substance. During today's hearing, several lawmakers delivered their respective manifestations, particularly members of the Makabayan Bloc who endorsed the complaints. ACT Teachers Party List Representative Antonio Tino said the committee report failed to include specific allegations made by former DPWH Undersecretary Bernardo, who claimed that President Marcos Jr. received kickbacks. Caloocan Representative Egay Erice echoed the same sentiment, expressing doubt over the omission of what he described as important allegations in the committee report, which he said could have established the sufficiency in substance of the complaints. Amid the heated discussion, Congressman Rufus Rodriguez objected and immediately challenged the points raised by Erice. Despite the debate, the committee proceeded to vote on the report, after which the hearing was immediately adjourned. Afterwards, House Committee Chair Jervil Luistro said that the approved committee report will be immediately endorsed to the plenary later in today's session for voting. Mai?
Thanks for the update, Mavic Trinidad, reporting from the Batasang Pambansa. Go for broke, that's the advice of former political advisor Gabby Claudio to President Marcos for the remainder of his term. On BNC's The Spokes, Claudio said that to revive the administration, the president may even need to consider putting allies or even his cousin behind bars in connection with their alleged role in the flood control scandal.
You know, he made certain commitments. I'm very interested and I'm very inspired and hopeful about his having declared 4 priority legislation. No? Nandyan yung anti-dynasty,
Yes.
yung reform of the party list system, the kadena. I think very important talaga yung dalawa. Yung anti-political dynasty at saka yung party list. Kasi tingin ko, those 2 happen to be at the core, at the root of many of our problems of corruption.
When you say go for broke, would you also recommend arestuin yung mga aliado mo?
Oo.
Pati yung pinsan mo?
Yes. Kung talagang evidence point to such, no? That's once and for all, it's the best and maybe the only way to redeem the family name of Marcos.
Claudio also believes it's hard to find an effective attack against Vice President Sara Duterte should she run in 2028, but her perceived closeness to China could be one potential angle. He is also convinced that President Marcos may be forced to form a coalition with the Liberal Party to boost his chances in the 2028 elections. Vice President Sara Duterte may face another impeachment complaint today. Joan Manalo is on the phone for the details. Go ahead, Joan.
A new impeachment complaint is expected to be filed against Vice President Sara Duterte today. If filed, this will mark the 3rd impeachment complaint lodged against her following the verified complaints previously filed by the Makabayan Coalition and members of civil society groups led by Tindig Pilipinas co-conveners Kiko Aquino and Sylvia Claudio. Amid the series of impeachment complaints against the Vice President, various supporters gathered last night for a song launch held in her honor. The song, entitled Agila ng Pilipinas, Inday Sara Duterte was performed live during the launch event. Former CHED Commissioner Ronald Adamat, who composed the song, said it describes what he calls the Vice President's RAD leadership, which stands for Resilient, Agile, and Developmental Leadership. He added that the song is not just music, but a rallying call for transparency, accountability, and progress. The song launch was also attended by allies of the Vice President, including former PDP Laban senatorial bets Israelito Torreon, Raul Lambino, and Richard Mata. While the Vice President has yet to confirm any plans to run in the 2028 presidential elections, Torreon claimed that impeachment complaints were filed to supposedly hinder her possible candidacy, emphasizing that these developments are just another challenge for the Vice President. Mai.
John, with all these developments, where is VP Sara now?
My VP Sara is now back in the country after visiting her father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, who is currently detained in The Hague in connection with charges of crimes against humanity. Today, the Vice President is set to visit and meet with survivors, as well as families of casualties and missing individuals from the submerged MV Trisha Christine 3, with scheduled stops in Holosulu and Zamboanga City. Mai.
Thank you, John Manalo, reporting. New impeachment moves against Vice President Sara Duterte may prosper if it reaches the Senate. That's according to political analyst attorney Jess Falsis. On Bilyonaryo news channels at the forefront, Falsis says there may be hope for conviction if another lawmaker joins the Senate majority bloc. Senate President Tito Soto earlier said the chamber stands ready if a consolidated impeachment complaint is transmitted by the House of Representatives.
The majority block of Senator Soto is 15. It could be 16 before the impeachment trial.
Okay.
Because you need 16 votes to convict. Right now, I would agree it's unlikely for VP Sara to be convicted at the Senate. But if it's true that the majority will become 16, then everything changes.
Following the failed attempt to unseat Senate President Soto, Falsis says the move appears to be either a bluff or wishful thinking. He points out that the vote count that was supposed to support the coup attempt was not set in stone.
In the history of the Senate, when you have an actual coup, before the session opens, you have a paper that has the signatures of the 13 in wet ink. So kailangan nandiyan na yan. Kapag wala, kapag ang mga senators nag-aantay na, oh, if you have 12, I'll sign. If you have 12, I'll join. Mahirap yun, delikado. Because pwede kang mapahiya na, ay wala pala.
On the flood control scam, the arraignment of Bong Revilla has been postponed yet again. The charges against the former senator and his co-accused stem from their alleged involvement in a ghost project in Bulacan. Ian Maghanoy is live from the Sandigan Bayan for the details. Hi, Ian. Go ahead.
My former Senator Bong Revilla Jr.'s co-accused enters a not guilty plea over the Bulacan flood control mess, while the arraignment for the embattled former senator and together with another co-accused named Juanito Mendoza was rescheduled on February 16, 2026. At least 5 former Senator Bong Revilla Jr.'s co-accused had entered a not guilty plea during the Sandigan Bayan 3rd Division's arraignment on their implication on the alleged 92 million peso flood control mess in Bulacan. They are Bulacan Public Works Engineer Bryce Hernandez, JP Mendoza, RJ Salvador Domasig, Cashier Cristina Pineda, and Emelita Huat. Meanwhile, the arraignment for the embattled senator, along with Juanito Mendoza, were rescheduled on February 16. This was due to the Sandigan Bayan 3rd Division's denial of motion for inhibition and motion for reconsideration, which were earlier filed by Revilla's camp. Revilla's camp maintained that the filing of such motions was made upon learning that Revilla had been immediately served an arrest warrant without them being initially informed of the case. On the other hand, Revilla supporters who staged a protest outside the Sandigan Bayan had called for the accountability of former Public Works Undersecretary Roberto Bernardo, saying Bernardo was behind the flood control scandal and not the former lawmaker. Mai?
Ian, did the Sandigan Bayan mention the new schedule for Revilla's arraignment?
Yes, the rescheduled arraignment for the former senator, along with co-accused Juanito Mendoza, will take place on February 16 at exactly 8:30 a.m. in the morning. Mai?
Thank you, Ian Maghanoy, reporting to us live from the Sandigan Bayan. Former House Speaker Martin Romualdez is not yet off the hook in the flood control corruption scandal. That's according to Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chair Panfilo Lacson. Dexter Ganibe joins us for more. Hi, Dexter. What else did Senator Lacson say?
Yes, Senator Lacson, the Senate President Pro Tempore and Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chair, Panfilo Lacson, reiterated that former House Speaker and late Representative Ferdinand Martin Romualdez is not yet off the hook on the committee report recommendations regarding the anomalous flood control projects. In a radio interview over the weekend, Lacson said that Romualdez is included in the second category recommendations, along with former Senate President Cheese Escudero. The basis for these recommendations is stemmed from the testimony of former Marine soldier Orly Guteza, who appeared at the Blue Ribbon hearing on September 25, 2025. Guteza admitted during the hearing the delivery of luggages containing millions of pesos of flood control fund kickbacks to the residences of Romualdez and also that of former Ako Bicol Party List Representative Zaldico. But after the said hearing, Guteza was never to be found. Lacson said Guteza's testimony was used as evidence on the filing of cases against those who are already indicted now. Lacson added that the testimonies of the Vizcaya couple were also used for the recommendations against the former House Speaker. As to the direct involvement of President Bongbong Marcos, Lacson explained that even if the President signed the General Appropriations Act, he was never personally involved in the preparations of the General Appropriations Bill where alleged insertions to the budget were made. Before the regular session this afternoon, Lacson will meet with the majority senators to discuss the draft committee report before it will be made available for the Senate deliberations at the plenary and for the possible adoption of the committee report. Also included in the recommendations are possible legislations to avert similar mistakes in the future during the preparations of the General Appropriations Bill. That's the latest from the Senate, Mike.
Dexter, regarding this Blue Ribbon Committee report, may timeline bang ibinigay si Senator Lacson kung kailan ilalabas ang full committee report?
The timeline, Mai, will depend on the result of the majority caucus that will happen this afternoon, Mai.
All right. Thank you, Dexter Ganibe, reporting to us from the Senate. Calls are growing louder for the passage of the anti-political dynasty bill, seen as a key step in curbing corruption in the government. Several proposals are now lined up, waiting for Congress to take them up for discussion. Hannah T is on the line. Hannah, what's the latest?
The Senate is taking its anti-political dynasty push out of the halls of Congress and straight to the people. In Tanghalang Rizal in Canyogan, Pasig City, the Senate Committee on Electoral Reforms, led by Senator Rizon Tiveros, held a consultative meeting with civil society groups and students as lawmakers move closer to defining how far, strict, and how serious an anti-political dynasty law should be. Pasig Mayor Vico Soto also set the tone, saying this is not about targeting any one person or family, but about breaking the concentration of power in the hands of a few.
Sa halip na serbisyo publiko sa ordinaryong Pilipino, personal na interes at pakinabang na ang madalas na nagiging sentro.
I hope that Congress now will really be serious, whether the upper house, the Senate, or the lower house. Sana po ay magtuloy-tuloy na. Pero alam din naman po natin ang totoo. Kailangan po ang mga mamamayan natin, ang mga mag-aaral, mga CSOs, kailangan magsanib puwersa tayo, magsanib puwersa kayo para maisulong po natin ang isang batas patungkol dito.
Soto stressed that the Constitution guarantees equal access to public service and that talent, honesty, and integrity should matter more than a last name. He said that in reality, 9 times out of 10, a candidate from a political family wins, not because they're better, but because they control resources. Civil society groups echoed the call for a strong law. Anti-Dynasty Network co-convener Francis Kiko D urged lawmakers to go as far as the 4th degree of consanguinity, warning that both simultaneous and successive dynasties allow families to protect each other from accountability, including in controversies like the flood control scandal. Local officials also backed the proposal. Engineer Jonas Angelo Abadilla of Sangguniang Panglungsod of Muntinlupa City said an anti-dynasty law is possible, as he pointed to the SK Reform Act of 2015, which already bans relatives within the second degree from running against each other. He said patronage politics and utang na loob should no longer have a place in government. This consultation comes as at least 6 anti-political dynasty bills are now pending in the Senate, including a measure filed by Ontiveros herself, which sets coverage up to the 4th degree and provides for disqualification and election offenses for violators. Mai?
Hannah, where is the next consultative meeting?
There's actually a series of consultative meetings for February. This Wednesday, February 11, the Senate Committee on Electoral Reforms will proceed to Jose Rizal Calamba Coliseum in Laguna. Next stop is in Bacolod on Friday, February 13. Another one is in Bulacan on February 16, and on February 19, the committee will head to Cagayan de Oro. Back to you, Mai.
Thank you, Hannah T. reporting. Senator Amy Marcos denies having a hand in the botched Senate coup following claims that she orchestrated the move. She expressed gratitude to the Senate leadership when the Committee on Foreign Relations was reconferred to her, even though she is not part of the majority bloc. Marcos added that as a critic of her brother's government, she does not expect anything when it comes to Senate's internal politics. She said the Senate shakeup rumors stem from fears that the institution is being unfairly shaken by controversies for which the Senate should not be held accountable. Philippine exports surpassed 2025 targets, but exporter numbers fell. On BNC's Business 360, PhilExport President Sergio Ortiz Luis said exports hit $135 billion in 2025, beating the projected $129 billion. This marks a 4.7% gain and a strong start for 2026. He called the figures a happy surprise, noting targets had been lowered, but the country still surpassed expectations. However, the number of exporters declined to just about 4,000 due to limited support.
Sir, over the past 5 years, has the amount of exporters in the country increased or decreased?
Oh, we decreased. I think we're down to about
4,000.
4,000.
That's coming from what, sir?
Coming from double that.
Coming from double that, okay.
Over the years.
What was the time frame of the decrease, and ano ho yung dahilan kung bakit bumaba?
Well, you know that export was hardly supported. We were losing market. We had no we really have no fund for product development. So as usual, a lot of entries in the export project, the small ones, no? They come in, they stay for 3 years, then they disappear, somebody else come in, palit na palit yung pumapalit.
In other news, the Bicol region is among the areas affected by serious flooding due to a shear line. Rosas Olarte is on the phone for the details. Go ahead, Rosas.
A 32-year-old male aboard his motorcycle was swept by floodwater in Barangay Bigaa, Viraca, Catanduanes while crossing the heavily flooded intersection of the diversion road to Barangay Hikming yesterday afternoon. Viraca Municipal Police Station confirmed the victim was declared dead on arrival by attending physician at Eastern Bicol Medical Center and reportedly the first casualty of severe flooding in most parts of Catanduanes due to shear line. More than 1,500 individuals have been evacuated in Caramoran town, mostly residents of Barangay Sabangan, when a flood control dike was overpowered by a flash flood, rendering the adjacent community submerged. Catanduanes Governor Patrick Azanza has ordered a mandatory evacuation of affected population in a Memorandum Order Number 44, Series of 2026 to prevent more damage to lives and property of this current situation. Since yesterday, residents tried helping rescuing each and braving floodwaters to save neighbors' belongings. Classes are suspended today in most parts of Bicol region. In Albay, face-to-face classes in all levels are ongoing or are implemented throughout Albay province. Camarines Norte, all levels, public and private, in Mercedes, Santa Elena, Talisay, and Vinzon's towns. All levels are suspended also in public and private plus government work in Basud, Daet, and Labo, also in Camarines Norte. In Camarines Sur, Naga City face-to-face classes from preschool to senior high school to public and private are also suspended. All levels, public and private in Caramoan Town, Goa, San Jose, and Siruma towns. In Catanduanes, all classes are suspended, especially in throughout the province. But however, only public schools have suspended their class, especially in Manok and Higmoto town. All levels are suspended also in towns of Baras, Batok, Ramoran, Pandan, and San Miguel. While in Panganiban and in Viga, Catanduanes, classes are suspended in all levels in public and private plus government work. In Sorsogon province, all levels have suspended their classes in public and private, especially in Castilla, Matnog, and Pilar. Meanwhile, a gale warning is also being issued over eastern parts of the region. Fishermen and operators have warned of small vessels in Albay, Sorsogon, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, and Catanduanes against venturing out to sea because of strong and high waves. It also added that the shear line is also expected to bring cloudy skies and occasional rains over Albay and the rest of the region. Mai?
Rosas, how is the situation in Bicol now, especially in Catanduanes? Have the floods subsided? At kamusta ang panahon dyan?
Yes, Mai, clearing operations are ongoing right now with clearing teams and personnel already dispatched or deployed to landslide and flooded areas in Catanduanes. Also in Camarines Norte and other parts of Bicol who have experienced severe flooding due to shear line. Flood has subsided so far. A slight to moderate rains from time to time are sporadic elsewhere across Bicol region. However, residents are warned that this situation will persist until tomorrow, Tuesday, and hope things will be better after this. Mai?
Rosa, stay safe and thanks for that report. Motorists will have to brace for higher costs again this week as fuel retailers implement another round of price increases. Oil companies say gasoline prices are expected to climb by 60 centavos per liter, marking the 5th consecutive week of hikes. Diesel prices will rise by 1 peso per liter, while kerosene will go up by 60 centavos, extending 7 straight weeks of upward adjustments. The Energy Department cites supply constraints and geopolitical tensions as the main drivers behind the fuel price hikes. Coming up next from ocean to table, we're diving into the world of premium caviar with the people bringing it closer to home. Up next, we sit down with Nomad Caviar founder Jason Cohen and managing partner Carol Asuncion. Stay tuned, The Daily Dish will be right back.
Welcome back to The Daily Dish. This afternoon, we are joined by two people redefining how Filipinos experience caviar.
They're making a traditionally exclusive delicacy more accessible, intentional, and exciting. Please welcome to the show Nomad Caviar founder Jason Cohen and managing partner Carol Asuncion. Hello, folks.
Hi. Welcome.
This is a great Monday indeed.
I know this is so Ferdi's profile. So,
so
let's just put this into context. We have the pro here when it comes to caviar.
I am not a pro.
And here is the, how would I say this, the enthusiast when it comes to taste.
We're just both lovers
No,
of
we give
caviar.
a good perspective for our viewers,
yes,
right?
But, you know, in the Philippines, it's not, a lot of people know what caviar is.
Of course, yes.
And, you know, as we mentioned a while ago, it's people think it's inaccessible, but that's not true, right? So, Jason and Carol, tell us, where is Nomad from? And we want to demystify a lot of things about caviar. But how did it start?
So, Nomad started really by accident. I started it in November 2020. COVID was at its peak. Everyone in Hong Kong, I'm from Hong Kong, everyone in Hong Kong was, entertaining at home. And I love caviar. I started hosting dinners, and it started to get very expensive. And, so I figured out how to start buying directly from farms. I knew that 75 to 85% of the world's caviar comes from China. And so I just basically started figuring out how to buy direct and offering caviar in large format tins, so that people get a cheaper price per gram, but you buy a larger quantity. And, really for home entertainment. And so it is actually very accessible. You go online, you order online, we deliver to your home the next day.
Right.
Okay, earlier on I asked you where your markets are, and you mentioned Hong Kong, Singapore, Vietnam, Philippines. I'm quite interested, what made you choose Philippines to come into the market as well?
Well, actually, when we travel, we always see this. It's not really new to us. And we Filipinos, we love to eat. So when we had the chance to meet up with Jason, we said, why not the Philippines, right?
Yeah,
So,
why not? Yeah.
Right? So that's how it started. And so far, we've been doing well.
How long has it been, how long since you established
here in the Philippines? We opened in late 2023.
So 2 years.
Yes,
2 years, yeah.
That's right.
And how has it been?
The growth is really great. I mean, we have a lot of newbies.
Yes.
So,
That's me. Well,
You're not a newbie.
No, not a newbie to tasting it, but maybe learning about it. Okay, let's get to the learning part. Okay?
Wait, but we just have to say before you start learning, because I think it's Robin Leach's fault for making people think that, that caviar is unattainable.
Unreachable.
Unreachable.
Okay.
Because in the past, we always thought about it has to come from the Caspian Sea, either the Russian or the Iranian side. There's only 3 types, there's Sabruga, Beluga, and Osetra. Is that still a real thing?
Actually, there's many types.
Yes.
Okay.
Just in terms of that, what really happened is, yes, back in the day, the Russians, the Caspian Sea people controlled the caviar. Iranians, Russians, Azerbaijanis. As caviar basically became extinct, as sturgeon species became extinct, and in 1998 they were declared an endangered species, China started farming caviar, and they started farming before anyone else. So they're
Quietly,
really 20
actually.
years. Sorry?
Quietly.
And they're ahead of the curve, in terms of the farming process, the amount they produce. The largest farm in the world is going to IPO this year. It's going to be the first major kind of shift in the caviar industry. And what a lot of people don't realize between the species and why prices of each species vary, it generally is to do with how long it takes to farm the fish. So if you take a Kaluga hybrid, is 8 to 10 years. But you take a Beluga, it could be anywhere from 18 to 22
that makes
years.
sense, yes.
And so, the farmers have farmed for 20 years before they can extract eggs. So it moves the price of the caviar.
Okay, this is the part where we demystify my part. So tell us about the types. Is it something like wine where you have color, taste, salinity? Bring us back to the basics.
You do.
What a great question.
This is for me, actually.
So a lot of it actually goes back to salt content, right? Obviously, a lot of species, all species have different egg profile. Some could be very black eggs, very small. Some can be ambery and green and larger.
And gold.
You can have
they
call it albino caviar, which is gold. And then you take something like Beluga, it's very, very large eggs, it's gray in color, and it has a much stronger, more mature profile. So it's similar to wine in that respect, but also not so similar at the same time. And then, salt content. Caviar companies can salt anywhere from 2.5% up to 5%. We personally, we buy from farms that don't salt too much and absolutely use no other additives or chemicals. A lot of farms will use chemicals to prolong the shelf life of the caviar, and that's just something we
Is that a non-negotiable for you folks? Standards?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, and how do you source your caviar?
So, as I said, I started it during COVID. So the first farm we worked with, it was complicated because, I didn't want to buy from a farm that I hadn't visited. So I had to do it all on Zoom. So, we did it all on Zoom. They walked me through the process. They walked me through the farm. They walk me through a production facility and how they harvest.
Yes.
And subsequent to that now, I've traveled a lot to many different farms, and now we source from farms that are not only sustainable, we generally prefer family-owned farms, and we don't like to buy from farms that are too big.
Okay, that's good to hear.
I think we should go with them.
There's to the
Come,
Zoom
please.
tour.
Yeah.
Or the actual one.
Farm, yes.
Come, I would love to bring take you to the
1,000%.
farm.
Child, this is our opportunity.
They said
Yeah,
yes
why
already.
not?
We'll
We're
take
going
it.
on a
Yes.
caviar
Okay,
tour.
next week we'll be flying out of Daily Dish to taste it. But I like that
We should do that.
Yeah,
That would be
yeah.
very
We
fun.
you
should
bring
do
this
that.
up, Jason, because I think that's another side of the story when it comes to caviar. It's luxurious, there's luxury in it, but sustainability is also a big issue. So there is proper sourcing for you guys, and you ensure that you come from, or you source from, you said smaller family farms?
I mean, we source from a variety of different farms now, but we prefer to work with the smaller farmers, right? And the ones who really control the product and they're controlling how much they're outputting every year. In terms of sustainability, it's sustainable in the sense that it's farmed, you're not fishing illegally, so it's not hurting any of the natural habitat, and the whole fish is being used.
Right.
So, the skins are being
The
often
meat.
sold to the fashion industry, the oils are going to the cosmetics industry, the meat is being sent to Russia. There's no wastage in the process.
You know, it's a waste that
Everything
we're
is
not
used.
tasting it yet.
Should we do it?
All right.
Taste
Yeah,
it.
you should try
We
this.
have
This is the
caviar
daily dish.
here.
Nomad Caviar, let's open it.
So this is the Kaluga hybrid.
Kaluga.
Yes, the taste profile is the most similar to the beluga, which is the rarest. So
Okay.
therefore
Yes.
most expensive.
And we've got our special Chinese New Year
Oh, can I see? Can I see?
sticker on
Okay,
it.
I'm
red.
seeing
Let's see.
something
So,
else inside
okay,
here.
I'm gonna cam 3. So this is their special New Year's packaging.
Fire horse.
Fire horse, and I'm gonna
Let's open it.
Oh, good morning, America!
You know,
Philippines, this is. I'm just so happy.
I don't know if you guys are aware, but there are viral videos of Filipinos. This is the comedy that we have,
Yeah.
using papaya seeds and pretending it's caviar. But it just goes to show
Really?
you.
I've
Yes.
never seen
But this just goes to show you, it's really recent. A lot of them are putting out papaya seeds and saying, like,
This is caviar.
Yeah, this is caviar.
This is
But it goes to
caviar.
show you that the interest is there.
Oh, yes.
And that curiosity is there. Speaking about curiosity, this is one thing that I heard. Correct me if I'm wrong. Using spoons, no, I have to show it. Using spoons, we talked about it.
Yeah.
Using spoons is a no-no.
No.
in caviar. Is this true?
No.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yes.
Never. Sorry, may I?
Yes,
Please.
please.
Just trying to
Go ahead.
pretend I
Educate
know
me.
something.
Please.
Never use any metals that can contaminate the flavor of the caviar.
Check. Okay,
That's why it's
bye-bye.
on either plastic or
Or
mother
the-
of pearl.
Oh, plastic spoon.
Or wood, actually.
Or bone,
Or
you know,
bone.
anything other than,
Or bone, okay.
a metal, basically.
Interesting to know.
It's Shah
It's my
using the
prop.
mind.
So actually, I
let's
just want to
get
show
it
you.
on
So,
track. Gold
so you know
there.
we were talking about color,
Yes.
right? So this is a Kaluga hybrid caviar, and you can see it's very widely used because it has this beautiful color. It's got very large eggs.
Yes,
And got a beautiful
There you
texture.
go. There you go. Cam 3, so you can
already
see it.
mouth
There you
watering
go.
already, just
There
looking at
you
it.
go.
So there seems to be a green
Beautiful.
color, a darker color.
Yes.
Explain that to us. Does
Just-
it mean something is better than the other? No.
Nope, it's just different species.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Plus,
Alright.
depends on your preference too. Because most, I know, when they start off with the caviar, they actually like this one. It's
This
less,
one?
Yes.
Okay,
I've
started.
actually
The Kaluga
purchased
hybrid.
from them.
Thank you.
And
Our client.
yes, and you know, I gotta say, we don't bring clients or
This is
people.
this is what Ferdi eats while watching Netflix every night.
popcorn.
With popcorn. Wait, you mentioned
Why
popcorn.
not?
Let's talk
Why
about
not?
pairing.
Yes.
All right, you go there.
Okay, I'm coming closer.
Okay, so this is what we call a caviar bump,
Bump.
while we're talking about pairing.
So this is a good way of eating it as well because the skin is meant to warm the caviar up a little bit so that it's more room
Right over
temperature.
here, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna give
Okay.
you a little bump.
Oh, you could put the whole thing if you want.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Oh,
right
no,
there.
no, no. I just
Yeah.
put it all, plop it all in
Yep.
your
Yes.
mouth.
Yep.
Do it, do it,
Oh
yeah,
my
do it,
gosh.
do it.
Best friend.
Hit me. So, like what Chal is saying,
Wow.
what can you pair this with?
Oh,
You know what?
Not
Me,
like
I love
food-wise.
it with potato chips.
Yes,
Potato
I
chips,
think
okay.
that's gorge.
Yeah.
Usually, when I have this, it's usually with egg. Oh, one got left. Hold on. Okay.
You can have more, don't worry.
You can't waste this. This is gold.
Carol, you want to have one?
Yeah, no.
I love
Thanks.
It
Yeah.
is.
It's
Another
Happy
pairing
Monday.
we
Yeah, it is
had.
Happy Monday.
Actually, you
Sorry,
can put it
Mo
over
and Mai.
rice.
Yeah. Mo and
Yeah.
Mai, sorry.
So you were saying potato chips.
Yeah, like on the photo, it's actually on rice.
Okay.
That was actually
Yeah.
the late margarita. We were
Yes.
doing, you know,
Yes.
That's how I found out about Nomad Caviar. It's through my dear friend Margarita Forres, and you know, obviously we know what's happened. But yeah, she made me taste it. I was like, and she's like, "You're gonna do this blind tasting." I was like, "Why?"
Oh, blind taste me anytime.
She's like, "Come again." Right.
Okay,
So,
what about Filipino food? Have you discovered anything that could actually really work well and, you know, be introduced to the market so that when they try it, they're like, yeah, I could have this with my Pinoy food?
I think Jason's got an experience.
I mean, I've had it with lechon. You know,
There you go.
lechon.
In Cebu,
That's a
nonetheless.
celebration.
And you
Full
know,
on.
the reality is with caviar, if you think about it logically, it's really like adding salt.
Right.
So the fun of it is to test it with different things. In Hong Kong, I love it with hagao, I love it with spring rolls, you know, and every country I go to, I bring caviar. So I'm always pairing it with local food. And it really worked well with lechon.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe you guys should try it with balut.
Yeah, that's true. Right.
Try it
That's
with
another
balut.
one. Actually,
That could actually work,
yes. Yes.
Balut with
Yeah.
caviar. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
TBH, I don't
Wait,
know.
Salt and salt.
Yeah, I've tried
Eggs
it
on
with
eggs.
dirty ice cream.
That one too.
No, caviar
Dirty-
and ice cream.
Dirty ice
the
cream,
best.
yeah.
Right. So while we're doing more bumps here, I just want to ask you guys for, you know, quick
Look at the
rapid fire.
excitement here of
I know,
parents.
like, this is
Okay.
giving me so much energy on a Monday. I love
Yeah.
it. All right, so this is what we call rapid fire, and we're gonna ask you a series of questions, and then just tell us whatever you think, right? So, first question: blinis or crackers? Carol.
Crackers.
Crackers.
Crackers. All right.
Next one, champagne or vodka to be paired with caviar?
Oh, that's
I don't drink anymore, but I'd say vodka.
vodka too.
Vodka.
Vodka talaga.
I'm gonna say vodka.
I'm not aware. Are there rules for this?
No.
No rules at
actually,
all. Okay,
no.
I love that.
No.
I mean, like super ice cold vodka with caviar bumps.
If Ferdi says it, you know
Yum.
it's right. Okay, vodka
All right,
noted.
classic pairing or experimental?
To me now, it's experimental.
Jason?
Right, Jason?
Tough one. I would say experimental too, though.
Yeah.
Okay, balut caviar happening soon.
There, more.
Next one, morning indulgence or late night treat?
Oh, I love it with my eggs in the morning.
Yes,
Scrambled
my
eggs.
language. I love that.
Right?
That's actually how I experienced my caviar for the first time with eggs. So
Benedict?
no, actually just with soft-boiled eggs. So it kind of
Yeah.
stuck with me.
Oh my gosh, or
Yeah.
scrambled eggs with caviar.
Yes.
Come
You know,
on.
you know what's
Exactly.
great? Bagel, toasted bagel, scrambled eggs,
1000%.
Phallic style
here,
salmon,
guys?
caviar.
We're just
That's what I'm doing tomorrow morning.
Do it. We
Or
will send
maybe
you the
tonight.
caviar.
Right,
Tonight.
that's right.
All right.
We'll send you the caviar.
One word to describe Nomad Caviar, Jason.
Fun.
Fun? Carol?
Yes, fun. Exciting.
Okay, speaking about fun, most underrated caviar pairing.
Underrated.
Underrated or unexpected? Be good.
Fried chicken and caviar.
Oh,
Hearing that
yes.
for the first time?
That's
For
pretty
you,
cool,
Carol?
actually.
Piaya, actually.
Piaya and caviar?
Yes, and caviar. We've had
Promise?
it. Yes.
The
It's
sweet
really
and the
good.
salty,
All
okay.
the flavors. It's in there. It's complete.
What about
Yeah.
babes tuba and caviar? High-low. I like
tuba
that.
vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
Sweet
Sour.
or savory?
Savory.
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 Home tasting or fine dining? I know you started with home tasting, but yeah.
Home
Still-
tasting.
Yeah, home.
Home. All right. Gold spoon or mother of pearl? I know the answer to this.
Mother of pearl.
Mother of pearl.
Just my hand will do.
That's right.
One food that surprisingly works with caviar for you.
I mean, ice cream. That photo that was just on the wall.
I
you
love
know?
caviar and ice cream.
You would never put that together, but it really works. Vanilla
love
ice
the
cream.
dirty
but
ice cream
vanilla
cake,
ice
right?
cream with
Yes.
caviar. It doesn't work with berry ice creams. No.
No.
Vanilla or like matcha.
Or
Right.
salt.
Okay.
Or salt,
Not so
yeah.
much on the
Salted
acidic
caramel.
ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I got lost in my own
dream is
world.
in
Right?
heaven. Okay.
A Filipino dish, otherwise that you haven't mentioned earlier, that you would secretly love to pair with caviar. Carol?
Or experiment
Filipino.
with.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know, maybe a noodle. Pancit.
Pancit.
Pancit caviar, how fancy.
Right?
Lumpia.
Oh, the lumpia.
I love spring rolls with caviar. Lumpia is a Filipino spring
makes it
roll.
easy and
you know.
makes sense.
Babes, no pang toge with
I think
caviar.
everything and anything is already given caviar.
Oh my God.
It works with a lot more than you would
Everything
think.
that you guys have been throwing us, I'm imagining the taste and I'm like, yeah, that works. Okay, next one.
Okay, Jason, let's talk about volume. If I had $1 billion pesos, how much caviar can I essentially buy?
Billion
From Nomad.
pesos is what? That's around 200,000 US dollars?
No, 1 billion
1 billion.
pesos
1 billion pesos.
is $560,000. $560 million.
That's a lot.
Is that correct?
Look at you with your math.
That's a lot.
Let me just
Sorry,
That's a lot.
correct?
I mean,
I made a mistake.
Look, well, to answer the question without knowing the math, you would be able to buy way more than we stock at any given time in the Philippines. We bring stock in as we need it. You'd be able to buy us out for
full
the whole
on
year.
with it. All right.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Like I'm living my dream right now.
We love you. We hope you do that.
If you had $1 billion pesos right now, where would you spend it in terms of Nomad as a business?
So I just came back from Dubai, actually. And, you know, I want to launch the business in Dubai, and I think Dubai could be a great market, you know, for something like Nomad.
Definitely.
So that will be our next
And
month.
now
We just
I'm
launched
thinking
in Vietnam.
Dates with caviar.
Sorry,
possible?
$1 billion pesos is $22 million.
I mean,
Open in Dubai, yes.
$22 million you can buy a very large farm in China.
Right. But you know what? I hope how are the Filipinos accepting Nomad Caviar or caviar in general, Carol?
Well, so far it's growing steadily. We were actually
I'm
quite
sorry,
surprised.
I'm not gonna even
Oh, please, have more.
You're
Yeah.
saying I'm trying to extend
Beyond the
segment.
hotels and restaurants, we have individuals who actually regularly orders it from us. So, and it's growing, and we know that this clients enjoy it at their homes, in their homes, with their friends.
Well, folks, thank you so much for educating myself
Yes.
and my dear Chal about caviar and how it's accessible now in the Philippines, and everybody deserves it. Right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because Filipinos are worth it in caviar.
And thank you for
Absolutely.
making me taste the goodness of it. Thank
It's
you.
so good.
Thank you.
Learn so much.
Thank you so
Mo,
much.
Mo, I'm sure Mo.
She'll be heading here quite soon. A few seconds.
Thank you
Once
so
again-
much, Nomad Caviar founder Jason Cohen and managing partner Carol Asuncion. Thank you so much. Please
Thank you
stay
so
tuned.
much.
Thank you
Up
so
next,
much.
we've
Thanks for
got
having us.
More stories, of course, from around the world, plus the latest in sports and entertainment when the Daily Dish returns. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. We begin world news in Japan, where Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi claims a historic win. Sunday's snap election results was a convincing victory for Takaichi after her honeymoon start as Japan's first woman premier. Her ruling bloc secured 316 seats, or two-thirds majority in the lower house, the best result for the Liberal Democratic Party since 2017 under Takaichi's mentor, former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. The win paves the way for promised tax cuts and military spending designed to counter China despite market concerns. In Hong Kong, media tycoon Jimmy Lai was sentenced to 20 years in prison for colluding with foreign forces and publishing seditious materials. The founder of the now closed Apple Daily was convicted on all 3 counts in December, nearly 5 years after his first arrest in August 2020. Lai, who suffers from diabetes and high blood pressure, had pleaded not guilty. The trial has been Hong Kong's most high-profile national security case.
After months of anticipation, the biggest game in football is finally in the books. The Seattle Seahawks have claimed victory over the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 60. The details from our U.S. correspondent Jenny Espinosa live from Levi Stadium in San Jose, California. Hi, Jenny. How's it going over there?
Hey guys, it's game day and we're here deep in the heart of the championship match between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks, and what a match it's been.
From kickoff to the final whistle, this Super Bowl showdown was all about defense, discipline, and a Seahawks team that never let up. Seattle set the tone early, shutting down New England's offense and controlling the pace on both sides of the ball. While the Patriots showed flashes of potential, the Seahawks defense consistently applied pressure, forcing mistakes and limiting scoring opportunities.
With this one, it's defense. Defense won this one. Offense usually wins games, but this one with the young offense of New England, and they'll be there. It's going to take some time.
The lopsided score sparked mixed reactions among fans. Some impressed by Seattle's dominance, others hoping for a tighter battle on football's biggest stage.
I was a little bored. I like more challenging where you're like screaming with both sides.
In the end, there was no doubt. Seattle cruised to a 29-13 victory, overpowering the Patriots and capturing another Super Bowl title, a statement win built on defense and execution. For the Seahawks, it's a night to celebrate and a championship to remember. For the Patriots, a young team with lessons learned and a future still unfolding. Jenny Espinosa, Bilyonaryo News Channel, San Jose, California.
Meanwhile, the halftime show also made headlines, drawing criticism from U.S. President Donald Trump. Trump posted to Truth Social saying Bunny's performance was one of the worst ever and an affront to the greatness of America. Now in tennis news, Filipina tennis ace Alex Ayala has officially broken into the WTA Top 40 ahead of her opening round match at the Qatar Open in Doha. Zeus Valdez is on the line to tell us more. Hi Zeus, go ahead.
Hi Monique, Alex Ayala's steady rise on the world stage continues this time on the ranking boards. The Filipina tennis star has climbed to a new career high in the latest Women's Tennis Association rankings. According to the updated rankings, Ayala now sits at world number 40, her highest position since turning professional. The jump comes after a strong showing at the Abu Dhabi Open, where Ayala put together another confident run against a deep international field. The result pushed her up 5 spots from her previous ranking and lifted her point total to more than 1,200. With momentum on her side, Ayala wastes no time shifting her focus to the next test. The 20-year-old Filipina is set to open her campaign at the Qatar Open in Doha, one of the tour's biggest stops this season. Ayala is scheduled to face Czech Republic's Teresa Valentova in the first round later tonight at the Khalifa International Tennis and Squash Complex. Another deep run in Doha could further elevate Ayala's world standing as she continues to build consistency against top-level competition. Monique, for now, the numbers confirm what her results have been showing. Alex Ayala is moving forward and the climb is far from over. Back to you, Monique.
Thank you, Zeus Valdez, reporting.
Hashtag no more hiding. Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton just went public. The model and F1 driver officially launched their relationship right on the big stage at Super Bowl 60. Videos of the pair went viral on X after they appeared on the broadcast screens during the game between the New York England Patriots and Seattle Seahawks. Their public outing comes after a luxury weekend getaway in the UK, signaling they're ready to step into the spotlight together. Both stars and a star-studded dating history. Kardashian, following her divorce from Kanye West, her third husband and father of her 4 children, has been linked to Odell Beckham Jr. and Pete Davidson. Hamilton, meanwhile, has been romantically connected to Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Gigi Hadid, and even the Kardashian sister, Kendall Jenner.
Meanwhile, our dear BNC anchor Mateo Gudicelli assured that no staff members sustained serious injuries following an incident at his family's restaurant. In his social media post, Mateo said a vehicle rammed into an alfresco area of the Gianni Cucina Italiana, Westgate Molito, causing damage to the restaurant's exterior. Thankfully, the interior dining area remains open, while the alfresco section is temporarily closed for safety and repairs. Mateo reminded everyone to stay alert and to be careful in any situation. He added that the team is grateful no guests were harmed and thanked the Lord for keeping everyone safe. Up next, we will give you Ferdi's one-on-one interview with former actress and now jewelry designer Jenny Syquia. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. From modeling, TV hosting, acting to fashion design, she has now become a jewelry designer to celebrate life's meaningful moments. Please welcome the one and only Jenny Syquia.
Thank you.
Welcome back, sweetie, to the country.
Thank you. We haven't seen each other in, I think we were 12 years.
More than 12.
More than
12 years.
Oh,
of course, when you came back with a big splash because you're all over Tatler. You did the cover of Tatler with your sweet daughter, and of course, you also did a little bit of Vogue.
I did, and that was a really fun full circle moment because I used to work at Vogue. So actually, going from getting people coffee at Vogue to actually being in the pages of Vogue, I mean, that was just really a dream come true.
And being featured inside the pages of Tatler to the cover of Tatler.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was amazing. The digital cover in December, that was great. And we shot it in Stockholm.
Yes.
It's a total of 14 pages.
Oh my goodness.
So it's really a fantastic profile of Swedish designers and Stockholm and the life
But
there.
guess what?
What?
Now people know that you are back.
Yes.
And I'm sure you're going to make other splashes. But we'll talk about work and that later on. I mean, let's get our audience excited. Let's warm them up first.
What does everybody want to talk about?
How has life been since you moved to Sweden?
Gosh, that is such a long time ago. I left, can you believe it, 30 years ago. 30 years ago. So.
And you don't age one bit.
Oh, thank you. I do have a bit of help. It's not natural.
Both of us are in need of help, and you get help. Okay? And it's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, I take what I can get. So I get a lot of help. It's been 30 years since I left film, and I left after making a fantastic movie with FPJ that won Best Picture.
Okay, let's talk about that because not a lot of, I would say, of course, this generation, they don't remember that about Jenny Syquia.
Yeah, because
you were in an award-winning movie. What was it called again?
It's called Eseng ng Tondo.
Eseng ng Tondo, okay.
Eseng ng Tondo, and I starred with FPJ and Ina Raimundo. I was his wife, and it swept the award season. It won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Cinematography, Best Score, like everything.
Best Jenny Syquia.
No, I was going to say, except Best Actress. So it's time for a remake of that, or no, I need to up my game. But I'm very proud of that movie. It was really wonderful, and I think it deserved all the awards that it won. And working with FPJ was, of course, legendary.
Of course, anybody would want to work with him.
Absolutely.
So, and then you got swept off your feet.
I did.
And decided to move to Sweden.
Yes. I got married in 1997 and moved to Sweden, and then just started a quieter life. I was just a housewife.
But did you have a quandary about having to leave a career here in the Philippines and, as you just said, a quiet life?
Looking back on it, sometimes I'm like, gosh, what were you thinking? Because I left, honestly, I left on the top. I was hosting Itbulaga.
Yes.
I was starring in movie after movie after movie. My last picture went out on top. I already had another picture with another huge star. I was going to star opposite Bong Revilla in my next movie. But I just left it all for love, and so I left that career.
Do you think it was worth it?
Well, from where I'm sitting now, no, but at the time, I definitely did. At the time, and we had, almost 3 decades together.
Yes, but I know you as a woman that does not have regrets because you're a phoenix.
I like that.
And, hey, look, you got into 2 high-profile relationships.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's not for either of you all.
Yeah.
And, you move forward.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you have to roll with the punches. I think I really have gotten more punches than the average person. I don't know why.
I hope it's not physical. That will be a completely different story.
No. It's just ups and downs, and a lot of things have sometimes kind of made me wonder, why me? But I can't feel like I'm the victim of everything. But I have had. There's a lot of times when I wish that things had been a little bit quieter.
Right.
I definitely thought I knew how the rest of my life was going to turn out, and that's not what happened. So that's.
But you've been single for 3 years.
I separated and divorced 3 years ago.
Okay,
so it's been a while.
What has happened between freedom and today, 3 years later? Are you enjoying your single blessedness, or what's happening?
Gosh, it has been a very long 3 years. I mean, heartbreak is very tough. It wasn't easy on me. It took me probably about a year to even, maybe even to smile again.
Right. What did you do to overcome those challenges?
I relied so much on my friends and faith, and just lifting when the pain is like too overwhelming, calling a friend or just lifting it up to God, just like, Jesus, take the wheel.
Right.
Because there's only so much that I could personally take. And when you try to, when things happen and you can't figure it out in your head, it's so easy to ruminate and just keep playing these scenes over and over and over again. And that just doesn't get you anywhere. So I was like that for over a year, I would say.
Well, a lot of people will say that a little over a year is quick.
Maybe if, I think in some circumstances.
So you're kind of blessed. 12 months, that's not so bad.
Well, now I'm at 3 years.
Right.
So I've survived.
And you're glowing up, Jenny. So
well, I have help.
You've done something correct, obviously.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I have a lot of things to look forward to, and I try to really. I have this strategy of always trying to put things in my life that I can look forward to, whether if it's planning trips, planning to meet people, doing things. I'm going to walk the Camino. I'm
so
going
that's
to go
what you're planning now?
Yeah, I have all these things planned. So
walk the Camino, ski, what else?
Yeah, I'm going to cruise. I love cruising. It's my absolute #1 thing. And then a lot of things coming back to, in Manila, seeing family, seeing friends.
Are you now ready to accept suitors?
Plural?
Yes, plural.
I am never say never. I think however old you are, it's always wonderful to welcome love into your life. So I don't ever want to close that door, even though I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I feel like I have a lot to give, and I honestly loved being married. I loved the whole...
So would you give it another chance?
Yes, I would, because I love the idea of being married, that you have someone who's your partner,
Right.
who you go through things thick and thin. They're your support, they're your best friend, they're the one you want to tell something to the first, I've got to get home and tell him that. That's what I would love to have. That's what I wanted to have.
And you can still have that. And talking about that, what are the qualities that we're looking for?
Oh my gosh. How much time do we have? No,
I can extend this to a few days.
No.
Three basics.
Yeah, no, I don't have a long list. And I know this because my friends ask me this when they're, trying to think for me. I think it's really good if you have kind of the same temperament. Like, I'm pretty outgoing. I get my energy from people and going to parties. I love to entertain. So being with someone who also gets their energy from that, because there are a lot of people that sucks the life out of them.
Right.
And I'm not like that. That's the opposite for me. I also think it's really important to be with someone who, at my age, feels secure and is. And if I don't want, I'll say the word, but I don't want it to be taken the wrong way. I want to say successful, and I don't mean that like just. I don't mean that financially.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you're doing, if you're a chef, if you're a painter, if you're a ski instructor, that whatever you've done that you feel successful in, because that kind of happiness is something that I think people have to get from within themselves. You can't look to your partner to bring you happiness. So somebody who is successful or feels successful or happy in what they're doing.
If you were, for the past relationships you've had, if you're to change one thing about you or adjust, what would it be?
Oh, I think it would be my maturity, but that has come with age, Does that sound bad? No. I'm not going to put that on my dating profile.
Very cute.
I'm immature.
It's very, 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 very cute. So immaturity, of course, we learn while we age, right?
Yeah, immaturity, and I definitely would say I also felt insecure in some of my past relationships, and that didn't help anybody, least of all myself.
Right, but let's go hold on to that thought. We'll be right back after a quick break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Daily Dish, still with us. Jewelry designer now and multi-hyphenate Jenny Syquia. So before we took the break, I had asked you what's one thing or whatever you want to change, for your next relationship. And you gave me a very candid answer. And I appreciate your candidness. Now, let's go talk about what a lot of people, I'm sure, want to ask you, right? So my question to you is, I wonder how many people have asked Gabby about you for the past, year?
That's so funny. It's probably a very small number.
Especially when your cover came out, I wonder how many people have asked him.
You think? I don't know. I mean, really? Honestly, I'm not even being sarcastic, but that would be kind of funny because there's not a day that goes by when I'm in the Philippines that people don't ask me about him. And I think it's really fascinating because it was, for me, it was over 30. It was 30, let's see, that was like 1993. So it's 33 years ago.
But I'm sure you're over it. Are you sick about, the questions and stuff like that?
I wouldn't say I'm used to it. I understand the interest. I'm actually grateful for the interest because if I didn't have that association, I also wouldn't be in people's minds.
Right. You know what? I think people are still interested after, over 3 decades, is that you've made such an impact in society and people's lives during that time that they can't shake it.
I think that's really true. I landed here like a typhoon that hit this country because
nobody knew you.
Nobody knew me, and then boom.
And then boom, who is this goddess? Who's this beautiful, fresh, young lady getting married to one of the most popular actors in the Philippines? People can't get over it.
Yeah, and it was very quick. You know, we met, from the day we met until the day we married, it was 21 days.
Wow.
So it was very quick, and I think it was like a whiplash for everybody, and there was so much going on.
Did he give you a lot of jewels?
Did he give me a lot of jewels? I really, I'm dusting off my memory banks. He gave me a beautiful watch after we married, which I still wear. Absolutely timeless, classic, gorgeous. And he did, he did. He gave me a beautiful pearl necklace for our church wedding.
Well, if you saw him, let's say, walking down the street, which you'll never do and he wouldn't do either.
He doesn't walk down the street.
Neither do you. What would you say to him?
I would say hi. I'd give him, peace. Can I have your autograph? No, I mean, I don't know. Remember me?
Remember me?
Remember me?
I think you should. Don't forget that. Hi, remember me?
Yeah.
Well, since he gave you pearls.
Hi, and remember me?
I want to talk about your new passion.
Yes.
Which is bling.
Yes.
Okay, why?
With a capital B-L-I-N-G.
Correct. So why did you decide to get into jewelry now, from like producing a magazine, the first bridal magazine in the Philippines, to producing all these things, and now this? Why?
Now fine jewelry.
Yes.
Well, I've always been in fashion since my first job out of college, which was at Vogue. I started designing fashion accessories over 20 years ago. I started with handbags and wallets and shoes, and I did costume jewelry then. But when my younger daughter was born, instead of getting, they call it a push ring or a push present, and I thought, I want to have an eternity ring. And I thought, why don't I just design this myself? Because everything was so blasé out there.
Okay.
And I wanted to have something that had a little bit more meaning to it. So it started off with me making a ring.
For yourself?
For myself.
That was given to you that's going to be given to you by your ex-husband?
Yeah, by my ex-husband.
Learn from the best guy. Okay, and what was it?
Yeah, it's not here actually, but it is one of these rings where half of the ring, all of my rings, half of the ring is the day, and the other half of the ring is the month. So
these are all custom, right?
Yeah.
And what happens is, like earlier you asked me what my birthday is.
Yes.
I said April 26.
Yeah.
And you said one side will be 4 diamonds, and then the other side will have 26 diamonds, just to remind me that I age every year. So
yeah, in case you don't remember.
In case I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And what other memories can you put, or other celebrity, or like milestones in one's life, would you put on your rings?
Well, my last client, I've made for dogs, for pets' birthdays. I made for a woman whose sister passed away early, and she didn't want to get a tattoo because people would always ask her about it, and she would always be reminded.
Right.
So she just wanted one of my rings because it's hidden.
Which one is it? This one?
No, I mean, she has it on her finger.
Okay.
But these are just different dates, like my younger daughter's birthday, a friend that passed away. And the name of the brand is called TRIT, which stands for the road I've traveled. And I have a little TRIT, and I have a little line on all of the rings, and if you line them up, it makes a road.
Oh, cool.
And that is the road you've traveled, because it's all your life.
And these are all custom made, which means to say that they need to sit down with you, talk to you, you get to know about the clients, and that's when you create something for them.
They can just tell me. I mean, someone can just email me, or you can go in on my website, and then it generates the image of how it will look.
So the road I traveled, will that lead back to Manila?
I hope so. I'm working on it.
Yes.
All roads lead to Manila for me, it seems.
I heard from a little bird that you've also created pieces for a very important family, but we will not mention who they are, but they're royals.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so you've gone that far to create pieces for a royal family. How does that feel?
It feels great. It's an honor I've made for celebrities. I'm really thrilled about the press that I've received for it,
Right.
and being on your show. I'm really blessed. I'm very, very blessed.
Oh, but of course we want you back home. So
Yeah.
you want back. Let's talk about the serious stuff now before I talk
Yeah.
about the rapid fire. So
Yes.
you've got serious bling right here, and what are they called?
Yes. So this is funny. This is called the ice cube. My inspiration for that is the ice cube that you get at Costco out of the ice machine.
But obviously this is way more expensive.
Way more expensive.
And
This
this
is
is the tire.
26 carats of diamonds. This is the tire. It's shaped like a wheel and will actually roll across the table.
Right, and I'm wearing, if you can see my ring
Yeah.
here, I'm wearing like yours, but mine is round. All right, so beautiful. And we're gonna obviously talk about where to find this, but I wanna play with something. It's called rapid fire.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you a series of questions, and then the first thing that pops in your head, just tell me, right?
Oh my gosh.
Very quickly. First, quiet luxury or bold expression?
Quiet luxury.
Okay, biggest lesson modeling ever taught you?
To put Vaseline on your teeth.
Gold or silver?
Gold.
Essential statement piece?
Classic rings.
Classic ring. First jewelry piece you designed? The push gift.
No, well, that was a fine jewelry, but I actually did costume jewelry before I did keychains.
Keychains. The biggest risk you've taken?
Oh my gosh, I think that was getting married in Las Vegas after
21 days.
21 days. Yeah.
Hardest part in building your brand?
Getting clientele, because a lot of people love it, but then actually making them customers.
That's right. Move back to the Philippines.
Yeah.
One habit that fuels your success?
One habit that fuels my success is I can be tenacious. I can follow up.
Yes, and that's a good thing. What's
Yeah.
wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Source of inspiration?
Sleeping? I get a lot of things
REM
come
gives
to
you
me.
inspiration,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, best advice you've ever received?
That is that life is a marathon, not a sprint.
Best moment with your children?
Oh my gosh. That would be cruising when we're all on vacation, all enjoying what we're doing, having a wonderful
I
time.
love that. Work-life balance, myth or goal?
Goal.
Goal. Okay, favorite dish you will serve daily?
Oh, chicken adobo.
Chicken adobo, okay.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're at Bilyonaryo News Channel. If you had $1 billion,
Yeah.
what would you do with it? Completely being selfish.
I would spend and spend and spend and invest, and I would definitely get a dog home where I could take in thousands of stray dogs.
Are you into that?
Yeah, I support the Passion Project, and I would absolutely do that. I'm going to do that in my life, even if I'm not a billionaire.
I love it. All right, Jenny Syquia, please support her new jewelry brand called Trit. The road I traveled. And she
yes.
does all these custom stuff. I'm not gonna show you guys these pieces because I'm taking them home. Security, where are you? But yes, so thank you so much, Jenny.
Thank you.
I've enjoyed our chat, although it's very quick. And of course, we'll be right back right after this. A premier and social wellness club offers a sound bath experience to help you reset and recharge. Recharge, rather. Monique and Chal Lontoc has that story. Stand by for that.
So here at Daily Dish, we always turn things up just a notch. Actually, this is not just a notch, this is a lot. So we heard of sound baths, but get this, a floating sound bath.
And of course, we're going to be serving this up with you guys joining us to actually try it, because after all, you can't give from an empty cup. So it's time to fill up ourselves and to actually be able to relax, but also manifest a beautiful year ahead.
Exactly, we're so ready. We have Mikey Oreta here joining us, and Asis Carrillo and Mai Rodriguez. It's a nice girls Zen day, well actually night, so we're so excited. So get Zen with us right here. Let's go.
After the day's rush, it's time to slow things down. This isn't just about relaxation. It's about a full reset. The body floats, the mind calms, and stress naturally fades away. It's a simple pause from the noise designed to bring back balance in life. Taking a break from the court and their daily grind, the Capital One Spiker ladies swapped spikes and serves for stillness. They stepped into a unique experience to reconnect with each other and themselves.
For me, I was telling my teammates I had a pretty taxing day today, pretty demanding. It was mentally, physically, emotionally demanding, and then being here just reminded me to slow down, and it was just nice. It was more of just like gratitude and just being here with my teammates and doing something different for us to experience, and just adding to the team bonding that our team wanted.
Moments like this remind us not to be afraid to try something new.
It creates like a sort of tranquility inside you. You can always just count on the person next to you, especially if you can count on yourself.
For me, it's super relaxing and super na-remind talaga ako to be in the present moment, and at the same time, I like the sensations na na-feel ko. I got goosebumps.
For Cherry, the sound bath sparked a deeply personal reflection, allowing her to connect with her younger self.
For me kasi it's more on yung sasabihin mo sa batang ikaw. That part, tapos yung parang wala lang, like kaya mo yan, you're so blessed. Kung makikita mo lang kung nasaan ka today, malalaman mo na parang lahat na nangyari sa'yo, may dahilan talaga.
Ella, a member of the Philippine Coast Guard's Dragon Boat team, also shared her own thoughts.
We trained every day, every morning from 5 to 10, usually 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. So, hindi kami masyadong nagfo-focus nga naman sa recovery. Pero this event po, this activity,
actually, it's our first time. So, what made it special kasi kasama namin yung buong team namin.
Yes.
JP Mallow, co-founder of Energy Wellness, described how this activity turned into something more intentional.
It was actually a real magical thing because we're doing this in the city, in the hustle and the bustle of Metro Manila and Makati, right? And so from wherever you're coming from work and traffic and your job, whatever it may be, it was so nice to see people just unplug and just flow. It was just such magic to see people just get into the state.
In a world that's always pulling our attention away from what's essential, the sound bath invites us to tune back in and find what grounds us.
A lot of people find it really challenging to just connect with themselves because there's so much noise around them. So that one was needed because the more connected you are to yourself, the more that you can shine. It's like putting everybody back to their childlike self. And the more childlike you are, the more curious you are, the more excited you are. And most often people are forgetting how to connect with themselves. So I really want everyone to just go back to your center. Like, it's too noisy around.
So we hope you guys enjoyed just as much as we did. We hope we opened your mind to something new. This was such an amazing experience. We are super relaxed and so zen right now.
Hope it also reminds you to open your heart, body, and mind, plus your soul as well.
Till next time, Daily Dishers, we cannot wait to see what adventure we're gonna do next.
This is Chal.
And this is Mo.
Serving you guys health and wellness.
That's a perfect way to recharge. And tomorrow on the Daily Dish, We will speak with Jane Su Cheng on floral arrangements for the Chinese New Year. We'll also have actor-model Nick Denbei on his roles and campaigns with international brands. That's at noon only here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. And before we go, we just have an update. The third impeachment complaint has been filed against Vice President Sara Duterte for alleged culpable violation of the Constitution, betrayal of public trust, graft and corruption, and other crimes. Stay tuned to BNC for more details on that story. And that's it for us this Monday, February 9. Join us again tomorrow for more Real Talk.
A lot of spilled tea and caviar.
With Zero Filter, I'm Monique Tuzon-Basi. Anytime is a good time because it's always more fun with us.
I'm Ferdi Salvador, always on top of the news and stories that matter most.
I'm Chal Lontoc. Stay tuned to the Bilyonaryo News Channel always.
Thanks for making us your lunchtime companion. I'm Mai Rodriguez, and that's the Daily Dish. Serve!